family. From you see the title below, you know what we're doing today. And I have a special guest with me this evening. Nobody other than Pastor Donna Pengelley. I think she's qualified to answer the questions that lingers in some people's mind. Yes, so we have Donna Pengelley. So, Mrs. Donna Pengelley, tell us, who is Pastor Donna Pengelley?
All right, so first of all, Pastor Donna Pengelley is your sister-in-law. Yes, and I am truly honored, to wear that title because you had a wonderful brother. Wonderful brother, absolutely love him. So, with that being said, I am the wife of the late beloved Pastor Christopher Pengelley, my darling husband, of 18 years and 9 months marriage. Yes. And I'm also the mother of 2 beautiful children, Abijay Pengelley and Nathaniel Pengelley. Yes. Also have a beautiful stepdaughter, the first child for Honey. Yes. I'm also the pastor that now oversees the ministry there in Pyne Ave, Pentecostal Gospel Showers Truth and Life, under the leadership of Bishop and Dr. Philbert Bailey and Reverend Maureen Bailey, 2 wonderful people of God. So I have been there, or we started off, Honey and I started off together, and this November will make 13 years since we have been in the ministry. But of course, like I said, the late, so it means that I think it was about year 10 or 9 when he passed, according to the plan of God. Yes.
Okay, so this evening we're going to discuss 10 things you should know before getting married. We can do more, but we're stopping at 10. So 10 things you should know before getting married. So our pastor is going to list and emphasize on some of those things for us this evening.
All right. So, as you know, marriage is a very beautiful thing, and it was instituted by the Lord. According to, you would see that in Genesis, but I won't go into that aspect of it. I'll just hit your questions. Yes. So, to begin with, marriage, you have to understand, is not for children. Marriage is for mature people. Yes, not immature, petty, and childish individuals. Because if you are childish, then it means every little thing will be a bother to you. You won't be understanding. Yes, and it will breathe a lot of frustration because you're too petty and you're too childish and you don't know how to handle things maturely. I am not saying that you will know everything. Yes, you will grow as a couple. You will grow together and grow also in more maturity, but it's not for children. So if you are not mature now and is not understanding and every little thing bothers you, it means you need to give yourself some time. Yes. And then secondly, you have to understand that marriage is a partnership. So it's the coming together of 2 people who have the same goal, the same desire, the same objective as it relates to a relationship. So it's a partnership. What is it that you are expecting out of a relationship? What is it you're looking for? What is it that you desire to have in a relationship? Yes, will both of you work together? Can both of you work together to materialize that goal and to have the kind of relationship and marriage that you dream of? So it's a partnership. Both of you will have to work it. It's not one-sided. So if it is a case where this is my goal, I believe that marriage must be a happy union between two people, but the other person believe that, listen, marriage is just another relationship. It's just that I decide to sleep in the same house with you. Then it means, therefore, you're not going to see eye to eye and work together for the same goals, because your goals are different. So it's a partnership. You have to work. One can't be putting in the work and the other doing nothing at all. It's a partnership, and both people must work together, have one goal for the marriage, yes, one desire, one dream, and both do whatever it takes to make it happen. Yes. All right. Yes. And then, so if we should continue, then there must be, in a relationship entering into marriage, there must be effective communication. Communication is the key to any structured and developing union. When you think of the workplace as an organization or an institution, if there is no effective or little effective communication, there's going to be problem. So there has to be effective communication. And I use the word effective on purpose, because sometimes people think talking is being effective communication. No. Or communicating. No. You can talk, but if you're just talking and you alone have all the say, that's not communicating. Communicating is when both of us can, if there's a topic or an issue that we're going to talk about, it doesn't have to be an issue. It can just be that we're planning something and we just need to talk. Yes? But both of us are speaking in a way that each other understands. Yes? So effective communication, not one-sided where only one person have all the talk. And whatever you say, I shut you down. And what does effective communication also means? It also means that you make decisions together. Make decisions together. So effective communication, if you are going somewhere, you can call up your partner and say, sweetheart, I'm going to be stopping somewhere after work. Or, for this week, I think I would love to have some curry mutton. Yes, so you communicate. When I say communicate, I mean about everything. Effective communication about everything. Food, sex, career, everything. Time management, everything. Talk about everything. Effective communication. So it means you will listen to the other person will listen to you, and it also means you know when to speak, when to say I'm gonna do this, or to hold back. All right. Yes. And then again we have and I would say to person, I love to say this, what you see is what you get. So that's a third. I think that's about the fourth. Maybe that's about the fourth one. Yes. What you see is what you get. Oftentimes two people meet each other, and it could even be that you have been in a relationship before. Yes? Because this, I know this is for, it's not just for Christian, but whatever I say tonight, it goes for, or this evening goes for anybody. All sorts of relationship. It could be simple friendship. It goes for it. What you see is what you get. But we're talking about marriage today. Yes, what you see is what you get. Sometimes people fool themselves. They see this thing about the individual, ill-mannered behavior, or the person is very aggressive, short-tempered, yes, or the person dress a certain way. You dress up, you're the type you love to dress up and put yourself together, but then you see this person and you desire to marry the person, and you're going to move into marriage, and you tell yourself, no man, I'll change him. But what if the person don't love to be neat and proper, don't love to have the shirt tucked in? You can't change the person. Yes, the person might try for a while, but it might become a burden. Yes?
That's not who they are.
It's not who they are. Yes? And also, the person, I remember I went somewhere and this gentleman was speaking to us. He was telling us a little story. And this is what the gentleman says. He said he had this girlfriend. And when she met him, he told her he doesn't like to eat with knife and fork, not even spoon. She said, all right, based on his personality, other personality in terms of certain aspect or other things about him that she loved, fine, we can move on, man. And so there came a time when she decided now, all right, we want to take the relationship to another level. I want you to meet my parents, so we're going to go out for dinner. This gentleman said when he went out with her for dinner, by the time he went around the table, the knife and the fork is there, and it's not that he didn't learn how to use it, because she made sure that she showed him videos, so he learned how to use it. But he said by the time he gets into eating, he put aside the knife and the fork, and the man said he was eating with his 2 hands, the 10 fingers he was eating with. He said she was so embarrassed. That was the end of their relationship. That night was the end of their relationship. Yes, so what you see is what you get. You cannot change anybody. You cannot. Don't tell yourself you can change the individual. You don't have that power. And if the person, you could be the best coach in the world. If the person doesn't have the desire to be changed, there's nothing you can do. So it's either you tell yourself you will live with what you see. Yes, but what you see is what you get. All right. And next, number five. Yes, be each other's best friend. A matter of fact, this could come to the first, but I know, in being realistic and practical, it doesn't always start off that way. Sometimes you're really not each other's best friend, but you must know that you have to grow into being each other's best friend. So you see, even if you had a best friend before, now you decide to get, what is a best friend? Best friend is somebody who every little thing you go to that person first. That person knows everything about you, good, bad, indifference. The person knows everything. Now you cannot have, now being married and have your partner, and the first thing or anything happens to you, the first person you will tell is somebody outside of the both of you. That can't be. You are setting up the relationship or the marriage for problems. If it's not failure, it's gonna be problem. Because one, if that best friend is of the opposite sex, it means that you can become vulnerable. Yes. And two, if it's even a family member, every little thing, something happened, you feel hurt or offended about something good happened to you, and you run, you gone, and you tell the best friend. And guess what happened? The person, your partner, discover after a while that, this thing had happened, and you went and you told so and so about it. It can be very offensive. And of course, I know some persons are neither here nor there where this is concerned, but the reality is, being each other's best friend will only do your relationship justice, because it bonds you closer together. It means that you look forward to sharing the most excited thing and the worst thing that could ever happen. Be each other's best friend. Nobody should take that place. And I say to you this day, if you're aspiring to be married and you have a best friend, you have to let that best friend know. And that best friend should be open-minded, because sometimes jealousy stems in, the person know you're going to get married and they still want to maintain that first position. Best friend is a first position.
Them say, from you're married, you just dash me away. Yes. You don't call me, we don't go out anymore, all of that.
Yes. And I'm not saying you can't have a friend, but I'm saying it cannot be that your best friend is outside of the both of you. It means that your marriage is already on the wrong path, and if not handled very carefully, can ride for a fall. So your partner should be your best friend. Now we're going to move to number 6. Number 6, and of course some persons might debate this, but this is what I believe. Yes, a matter of fact, it's not only my belief. According to the scripture, I want you to understand before getting into marriage, your body is not your own. What do I mean by this? What do you mean? Of course, my body is mine. No, your body is not your own. You now have an obligation. The word of God says that the woman's body is for her husband and the husband's body is for her. You know why? Because you have to reach to this place where you understand you now live to satisfy and to please each other. So sometimes you might feel a certain way, but your partner wants to have you. Yes, maybe it's hug. You push off the partner. Maybe the partner wants a kiss, because sometimes when you said your body is not your own, the only thing that persons can think of is sex. No, it don't have to be sex. It can be just cuddling. Yes, it can be just a kiss. It can be I want to hold the hand, I want to rub the hand, or I want to rub the foot, my foot, and that kind of thing. Yes, your body is not your own, but now I boil it down to the aspect of sex. When it comes down to sex, you have to please or satisfy your partner. So you might not even be in the mood. It doesn't mean that you can't let your partner have his way. All you do, be honest. You know what happened? I'm not in the mood, But guess what happened? Because you desire me, all right, have it your way. Just have it. And sometimes you find after saying that, you end up getting into it. Yes, even when you didn't feel like you were up for it. Don't lock shop on your partner, because if you lock shop, supermarkets will be open up. Okay. Yes, if you lock shop, supermarkets will be open out there. So I'm not saying you should allow your partner to abuse you. I'm not saying that your partner should abuse you. Yes, and should be inconsiderate in the sense that if you're feeling sick, you still have to know. And that is why your children don't get married. It has to be mature people. Because if you're sick, your partner will have to understand that you're sick. Just give you some time. But don't hold on to your body and say, we only can do this, or you can only have me when I feel like. No, it's not when you feel like. Yes, your partner, if your partner desire you, your partner has the right to you. You have your money in the bank. Don't you have the right to your money? Yes. When you need it, you can go in there and mommy or sister or uncle can't tell you can't take out your money. It's yours. You have the right to it. So your body is not your own. Same thing for the man. He needs to please his wife, and if she wants to feel like tonight, rub him down or whatever, come on in, let me go bathe you. No, those things are foolishness. Those things are foolishness, and that is why it's important that you know and understand what you see is what you get. It's gonna take me now to number, I think that's number 7. Number 7, yes, you have to plan. Before getting into marriage, you have to plan, you have to decide, you have to come together, know what it is that you want for your marriage. Know when it comes on to family, what do you want? Both of you can't have two different desire and goal. All right, I don't want any children, but you want 5. Yes. Or maybe I want children, but I don't want to be the one to give birth to them. I want to adopt the kids. Yes. Or I want to have children in 2 years' time, but you want to wait until 10 years. Yes. Or I want to have kids right now, because guess what? I feel like I'm getting a little too old and I want to be able to grow with and play and have the strength to play with the children. But you feel like, no. I am having my career. I'm building my career first. And so children have to wait. You have to, before getting into marriage, don't assume. Before getting into marriage, you must know. When it comes on to family, what is it that you want? What goals you have? And both of you have to discuss and come to a mutual agreement and understanding. And then it takes me now to number 8, finances. Can I tell you the reality out there? And for counselors out there, they will tell you money issues cause some of the biggest problem in marriage. Money issues, whether it be that you came together and both of you had job, and so you were living a certain kind of lifestyle, and after a while, boy, maybe one lose the job or one lose the position, and so money decrease, and you're not able to live the way that you are used to living. You're not able to spend the way you're used to spending, and sometimes it creates a lot of problem. Money issues, meaning transparency. Yes, transparency. Come together, plan how the money will be spent, budget. You don't get your pay and you hide pay. Wife or husband don't even know how much you get at the end of the month, or the end of the week, or the end of the fortnight. And if you even get a raise, yes, an increase, you still behave as if it's the same amount of money you get. So you're budgeting just the same way, and all no partner don't know that you get an increase. Be transparent. Yes, be open with your money. Be open with your money. If you can trust your partner with their money, the likelihood is you can trust them. I'm not saying that's an ultimate thing, but I'm saying the likelihood is if your partner will be transparent with you with his or her money, then it means you can trust that person enough, or to a certain extent. Yes, and also, as we mentioned, trust. Yes, that's another one. So I'll call it, it falls at number 9, but it has to be at the beginning. If you don't trust the person, don't even start planning with them. If you don't trust the person, don't even start planning with them. You're only setting up yourself for a headache. You're only setting up yourself to be stressed out. Yes, because trust is one of the most important things. There are many important things, but it's one of the most important things in getting married. You see the person when you realize you can't trust them. You can't trust their action. Yes, they tell you this and then they go be behind it and do otherwise. Or they tell you they're going here and you discover it's somewhere else. Or they tell you they're going to do this with the money and they do something else. If you cannot trust in the beginning, don't tell yourself that, no man, when he gets married, he will be more transparent and open. And he will settle. No. If you can't trust in the beginning, then it means that's a red flag. That's a red flag. So before getting into marriage, you must be able to trust each other. If you can't trust, wait some more. Wait a little while. Maybe the person have some more growing up and maturing to do before. Yes? So that is number, I think we just looked at number 8. Yes?
And then I push 9 into it.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 9. And then I would say, it's not the final because this is so wide and broad, but she only asked for 10. So, I came up with these 10, and there are more too. Yes, but be prepared. Number 10, be prepared to put your partner first. Be prepared to put your partner first. And somebody will say, no, I have to put myself first. Be prepared. Put your partner first. Don't be selfish. I can guarantee you, if you put your partner first and your partner put you first, at the end of the day, both of you will be first. And both of your needs will be met, because I am thinking about your need and you are thinking about mine. So be prepared to put your partner first. And not only in the sense of need, but also in the sense of socialization. Yes? Say you are somewhere, you go out together, you're in a crowd. And whilst you are there, after a while, maybe your partner call you. Because your partner wants to say something. I'm not talking about someone respecty and jealous now. So they see you talking to somebody and they call you because they want to get you away. But you are somewhere with your partner, and your partner call you whilst you are speaking to whomever, a group of people or whomever. And you ignore your partner. No, your partner's voice must be the most important voice in any room. So if your partner call you, all you can do, if you are speaking to someone, you simply say, give me a minute, please. Or you can respond to your partner, but don't have your partner there calling and the partner have a need right there, but you are so caught up with your friends and whomever, it could even be family. Pause. Listen. Stop to see. Coming, sweetheart. Give me a minute here. Let me just wrap up here and then I come to you. Or it depends. If you recognize that it is urgent and important, can you excuse me, please? Give me a minute. Put your partner first. And it also means even in providing. Sometimes spouses, partners, before they got married, they have so many responsibilities. And they get married with all the responsibilities. Now, put your partner first, meaning you cannot, now that you're married, you cannot put everyone else's need above your partner. Now is the time you're both going to now communicate with each other. Yes, sweetheart, I want to do so and so, maybe you want to do it for your little sister, maybe you want to do it for your brother, maybe you want to do it, it could even be your mother. Yes, but communicate so that there's an understanding. And at the end of the day, the partner don't feel like everybody's need is being met. These things will cause problem too. Yes, so again I say, put your partner first. You put me first, I put you first, and at the end of the day, we both will be first. Think I have covered 10?
Yes.
Yes, if you want, I can go on and on and on, because you have quality time. You have to spend quality time together, but you say 10. Let me behave myself and stop right here.
Yes, guys, we have a few questions, but first she says she have more. So what I want you to do is comment down below. Tell us if you want part 2. Yes, if you want part 2, comment below and say you want part 2 and we'll do part 2 for you guys. But we're going to ask the question, about 3 or 4 questions. Yeah. How important it is to get counseling before marriage, although you're already living together, have kids together. So you decide to get married. How important it is to still get counseling although you know each other years.
Premarital counseling, I think, serves its purpose. You might have been living together, but at the same time, you're taking the relationship to a new level. Believe me, I have seen many persons who were in a common law relationship before and they lived together for years and they were doing fine until they decide to get married, because the level of commitment is different. One, the mere fact that you say you're getting married, there's a mental awakening that steps in, that chips in without you even understand or without you even realizing. So when you are now going to take it to that next level, there are sometimes even some underlying issues that are there where maybe before you overlook because you feel like you're not bound to me and I'm not bound to you, so I can live with that. But you're gonna get married, you can't just get up and walk away now. Yes, so sometimes those underlying issues are there and maybe the person was covering it up all along. Now there is an opportunity. Bring these things up to the surface, talk about it. Sometimes the person will even discover, what, that was a problem, I didn't know. So premarital counseling is still necessary, even if you have been living together for a long while and you think you know each other well enough. There are some things in the box that didn't show up. Yes, that didn't show up, or that you didn't let be a bother to you, but now you're saying it's until death do us part, because that's what the vow is, until death do us part. Yes. Yes, so premarital counseling, it is still necessary, because there are some things you're going to end up doing differently. So premarital counseling, get your premarital counseling, even if you're living together for 10 years or more.
How do you trust in a marriage again after a partner cheating?
Wow. So after a partner cheated, how do you trust? It's going to be different for different persons, depending on maybe how it happened, why it happened, although the truth is how and why is not relevant. Cheating is cheating. Yes? But how do you trust again? How do you trust? Trust, it's not going to come overnight. It has to be a case where both of you decided, you know what, upon, yes, I have done wrong. I have done wrong, but I still see you as my partner. I still feel like although you have done this, I still can live the rest of my life with you. I can forgive you. If you can't forgive the person, you won't be able to trust again. So the most important thing is how to trust again. You have to be able to reach that place where you say, I forgive you. Yes? And the person recognize, I was so wrong and I am sincerely sorry. And then now certain things, because maybe you would have seen certain things that you could say that led to the person cheating, if it's in the sense of cheating. Because trust, lack of trust don't have to mean only with sex. It can mean with the money too. Sure. Yes, it can mean with the money. Yes, it can mean with maybe some business plan. We had a business plan and maybe you take the business plan and you do otherwise. But I believe your question is referring to as it relates to husband and wife in the sense of having external relationship. Yes. Yes. So to trust again, you have to reach that place where you ask yourself the question, can I still live with knowing that my partner cheated on me? And sometimes who your partner cheats with is another kettle of fish. Yes? Because if, say, your partner cheats with somebody that live right next door, it's gonna be difficult for you to say you're trusting again, because every walk you walk next door or down the street or in the neighborhood, you see the person. Or if you see them talking, suppose it's in the workplace, they have to be there again in the same space. Yes? So trust, it's not gonna come overnight, but the most important thing is you have to reach that place where the partner say, okay, I can still live with you knowing that you have cheated and I have forgiven you, and the partner on the other side say, who is wrong, say, I am so sorry, and be open and honest. Why did you do this? What caused you to do this? Yes? And then that person will have to be willing to give you reasons to trust again. Be willing. And this is going to come with great transparency and openness. Yes? Great transparency and openness. Yes? So you can trust again. But I believe it has to be a case where you reach that place where you feel like you have gotten over it, or based on what you have seen, you think your partner have now mature and is more settled. Because sometimes I remember I was watching something with a media personality, yes, or you call them, what you call those, celebrities, right? And the person was saying, when I was younger, I used to behave like this, and I would be in this relationship and I would leave from the hotel with this person, and if I go down there I can see somebody that I like in the same breath of time. And the person explained, it's because I was young and giddy-headed. But the person now say, I am mature now. Yes, I'm mature now and I understand. Listen, can't spend my life running up and down because I realize I'm only losing more money and I'm not able to settle and have certain statute to life and value and achieve certain things. Yes, so the person have to recognize where they have hurt you and that they can't afford for it to happen, and how they have to, what measures they have to put in place to safeguard themselves. Shun the appearance of evil. Let your partner see you now shunning and avoiding, making that extra effort to say, All right, so if you used to be very friendly and clingy, you have to realize, okay, all right, I can't be so friendly and clingy now, right? I have to now give, be more respectful and respect persons' space, especially the opposite sex. But trust comes with time. It comes with time, but it has to be a decision. Nobody, not even the person, can tell you trust me. It has to be a decision that that person would have to make, that, you know, based on what I see, based on how I feel from what the person say, I feel like I can trust again. And you're looking at the signs, you're looking at the signs, you're looking at the pattern, you're looking at the behavior, you're looking at what are some of the things the person have changed to help to safeguard them. And the truth is, sometimes persons don't have, the partner don't have to go out there, you know, looking for someone to cheat with. They have to understand the day and age we're living in, persons will come. So how do you handle those who are too strong for you? Safeguard yourself. Shun the appearance of evil. Have your private time. Person not supposed to call you at certain hours, whether it be morning or whether it be evening. Yes, don't share certain things with persons with the opposite sex, because it is pulling you together without you even realizing. And that is why, as mentioned before, you must grow to being each other's best friend. So trust comes with time, but can you forgive enough to trust again?
Okay, one last question. What advice you have for young people that desire to get married?
Young people desiring to get married, everything that I've said before, yes, I would put it in a package and I would give it to you, as well as I would say to you as young people, be independent first. You desire to get married, but marriage is serious business. Marriage comes with work. So I would say to you, whilst you are young and don't have a lot of responsibility, be sure, empower yourself first. A lot of marriages fail because one person depends too much on the other person and it drains the other person. And another person has empowered themselves so much that that person doesn't match up to their standard. So empower yourself first. Man, you want to get married, have your career in place, even if it's not in place, but be at a place where you can manage to take care of a family, to take care and provide for a home. Women, I'll say to you, or ladies, I'll say to you, don't be dependent. Say, okay, no man, when I get married, the man is supposed to take care of me. What are you taking to the table? So have something that you are taking to the table as well. So both of you be independent. Come with something. Yes, when you put that together, it is going to create better stability for the marriage. And then I'll say to you, look for the trait that you desire to be in your husband. Sometimes young people fool themselves. They know what they love. They know the kind of personality they love. And at the same time, they go after somebody all because the person say that they like them, or maybe the person only have one trait. No. If you know you don't love peppery food, don't buy peppery food. So know what you're looking for and go after what you're looking for. And it's very important. True love comes from God. Don't let people put you together. And when I say that now, I mean, don't let mommy, don't let daddy tell you, no man, the guy, all because he will give mommy some money.
Money.
Yes, because sometimes family make decisions because they have something to gain out of it. Yes, but be sure that the person that you are looking for has the traits, the values, the standard that you're attracted to. And most importantly, ask of God to lead you. Even if you are an unsaved, not a Christian like I am a Christian. Yes? Even if you're an unsaved, ask the Lord, pray. He hears the prayer of sinners too. He reigns on the just and he reigns on the unjust. You can ask of God, Lord, lead me to the right person. Yes? Be sure that you are ready. If you're not ready, don't go into it. Yes? I often say to young persons, pay attention to how you deal with your general friendship. Because the reality is, or the likelihood is, the same way you behave with your friend, with your co-workers, is the same way you will behave with your spouse. So if as anything happen, you get all heated and or something happen and you hold the malice for how long and you don't talk to the person the same way, or you're having a communication and when it gets heated you get up and walk away the same way. So pay attention, young people, to how you treat and how you handle your general friendship. Learn how to handle friendship in a healthy way, and that will help you as you go into a serious relationship.
Mouthful.
I think I've said enough, yes.
So yes, guys, we come to the end of the video. In the description, we'll have all of Pastor Pengelley information. Whether you want counseling, you want to get married, all of the information will be in the description where you can find her, our email address, the address of the church, our office. Yes, so if you guys want part 2 of this video, you can comment in the comment section and we'll do part 2 for you guys. So guys, subscribe, like and share. Peace out.